In this episode,
Oh, you were recovering from a loss.
Well, my dog died.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a big deal for you.
That was a big deal.
That was a
yeah.
big
Oh,
deal.
and he died too. Her son.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay.
wow.
Dissolve the borders is what they want to say. Love can dissolve the borders. You're allowed to love without a border. Well, he held your hand, and that's when you knew that he always wanted to hold your hand. Don't look at it with loss. Just remember that it means love. Ever since I was little, I had a strange and uncanny ability to know things about people. But when I was 19, I was the victim of violence, and I had a really strange out-of-body experience. The worst day of my life became the best day because it left me with an ability to help others in a really deep and meaningful way. I'm able to connect and communicate and share messages from our loved ones who've passed on and are part of spirit now. And it's all about hope, healing, forgiveness, and most of all, love. I'm Colette Baron-Reid, and I'm here to share messages from spirit. Soft patty cake. You're my favorite. I have a Penelope. Penelope. Yes? She's still alive? Have you been through a divorce recently?
3 years ago.
Are you still getting over it?
I'm over it.
No. Okay, but I'm connecting also to restaurants. Did your family own restaurants?
No.
Did your ex-marriage have restaurants?
His mother, well, no, she was a cook. She
Oh,
used
a
to cook
cook.
for
So-
weddings.
Did she not speak English or very good English? I'm
Yeah.
picking up, is correct? You know what, I think this is your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Because I am picking up somebody who cooked for a living, who was really not supportive of you at all. And really is saying how sorry she is that she made your life so miserable because you were the best thing that happened to her son.
Oh.
And seriously, she took his side all the time. She was like, he's always the right one. She wanted it controlled. She wanted everything to be her way. And she said she really thinks that that's partly why your marriage didn't work as well, was because of her. And she said that's why she's saying she's not over that you split up, because she thinks she's partly to blame for the problems in your marriage. But she said at the same time, she raised her son in a way that was really dysfunctional. Now, she doesn't know how to say dysfunctional, but because I'm getting an accent, but I'm saying that it's, a potso way to raise a kid, right? And that's why, because he was so angry and so messed up and so, so controlled by his mom, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So you're very lovable, and she would be proud. She would be proud to call you her daughter-in-law, and she wants you to know now. But she's proud of you. She's proud. 4 years ago, who died 4 years ago? Because I'm picking up a funeral from 4 years ago or a loss 4 years ago. You're recovering from a loss.
Well, my dog died.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a big deal for you.
That was a big deal.
That was a big deal. That was more important than her son. She's saying
Yeah.
that. Okay, she's acknowledging that. Listen, this is definitely your mother-in-law, because she
Yeah.
would never say that out loud.
Oh, and he died too. 3 years ago. Her son.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay.
wow.
All right. Her mother says it hurt you more when it hurt you more when your dog passed
Yeah.
than when her son passed. She's acknowledging this, saying that's okay, because you understood. This is an odd thing to say to you, but you actually, having that dog healed your heart from having, that whole thing. You were still mad at your husband when he passed. She's showing you recovered and recuperating from that deep loss. This is definitely to do with love, with breaking your heart being broken and not being married again.
Correct.
Correct. Okay, so, your husband had a heart attack. I'm picking up like really bad chest pains. bad
He
chest
had an
pains.
open heart.
Or
he
open
had-
heart surgery and then passed afterwards. Okay, this is definitely him now. So you were too good for him, FYI. That's what he's saying. You were too good. But he was really mean at times. He was very, very mean. But he could be the biggest charmer on the planet. So he had such like repressed anger because of his mom, and they're both telling me this. You understand this, right? So the idea that he would blow up and then be really nice about it, and you thought you were nuts. You were losing your mind.
I had to see a psychiatrist.
Right, but you weren't. Nothing wrong with you. He's like, okay, listen. He said she thought you were losing your mind because he also kept telling you were nuts.
Yeah,
That's
all
the
the
other
time.
thing. All the time he said you were nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, no, I'm not doing this. What are you talking about? Blah, blah. He said you got everything right. You have to trust your intuition. He did everything you thought he was doing. He was a really messed up guy. You totally didn't deserve him. But interestingly, there was only 2 women he ever loved, his mother and you.
Oh,
That's it. Everybody else just got the brunt of his anger. Everybody tried to love him, and he pushed you away on purpose.
it's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely
He
correct.
is so
Yeah.
sorry. But he would love you to be with a man now. And there's somebody around you now that's nice, nice, a little too nice. Is this correct?
That's correct.
Yes, it's good. Don't get rid of him. Don't miss, because you had such a crappy experience. You got to trust this guy. He is nice. He's really nice.
Yeah,
He's
he
a
is.
really nice guy. He's not too nice. You can toughen him up a little bit, but this is a good guy. This is a good guy. Don't throw this one away. And it's okay that you love your dog more than guys now. It's fine. It's fine. But just know this. Your husband would love to take you whirling. He wants to whirl you. I don't know what that means.
He had my head spinning because he kept telling me I was nuts.
I think what that message is that he wants to whirl you in the good way, because there's nothing wrong with you, and you
okay.
aren't nuts, and you spent a lot of money going to a psychiatrist and you didn't need one.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't need help now. He says
I'm
you
good.
Yes, you're good. Anyway, he is sorry for what he did.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you. The feeling that I have right now is forgiveness is a big thing. My heart is really open. During the time that they were alive, they never said to me that they loved me, they honored me, they, were proud of me. And so it's really interesting to see now that they've passed away and they've crossed over. To hear those words is really, really healing for me, to know that although we spent time together and it might have not have been, full of, fun and laughter, there was a lot of hard times that were involved, but I think we can close the bridge and, feel happy that we spent time together, and there's a healing aspect, a wonderful healing aspect with that.
Coming up, Amy and Rochelle receive a healing message.
You're allowed to be different. You can burn your kilt.
In this reading, Amy and Rochelle connect to several members of their family.
Leprechauns. Oh, that's too funny. Why am I picking up leprechauns? Leprechauns. Now, that's obviously Irish, right? But this is either you believe in leprechauns, or your family believed in leprechauns, or you saw one when you were a kid. You were from Ireland directly, and your parents really believed in this.
Not Irish. We
Are
had
you
a
Scottish?
absolute fear of green. We're not allowed to have green in the house. It was an
Say-
English-Irish thing.
Say that again?
We're Scottish and English, so always family fear around green because it was an Irish hatred.
Right. That's got to be you then, because this is about, this is leprechauns we're talking about, that this was a discussion. So I think I am just picking up your entire family on the other side
Pretty
about this whole,
much, yeah.
because what's interesting is too, is that this whole, the issue of fear comes up a lot. And I don't know if you're sisters or, correct? Okay, so there's something about you need to let the fear go. What I'm picking up here is a much more broader story for you, which is really about how you've been affected by the family distortions. So I'm going to say that the two of you are sorting that out. So is sorting out what's true and what isn't true, because I think that there was a lot controlled environment for both of you, although you came from different fathers. So it's that sense of what do I trust and what do I really believe? And I think both of you might be addressing that equally right now in your life, with your choice of careers, with your choice of partners, what you feel about your parents, how can you be with your family without betraying them? And I think that's the big story. How can I still love my family and make the choices I need to make without feeling like I'm going to betray them? And you can. So your whole family that was allergic to the color green says they were wrong about that. And don't let, I think it is, dissolve the borders is what they want to say. Dissolve the borders. Love can dissolve the borders. And I think they want to say that to this girl mostly too. You're allowed to love without a border. Does that? Yeah. Wow. And they're all rooting for you, all of you. You're allowed to be different. They're proud of you for that. They're proud of you. You can burn your kilt. Or make it green.
Oh, thanks.
Is one of you getting married? Yes? Okay.
4 weeks.
In 2 more weeks. So here's what's so funny, because they're all wanting to come to the wedding and telling you it's okay to marry him.
He's very different than, yeah.
Right, very different family. You must know this, that even if he has Irish blood in him, they love him.
Cool.
They love him, and your kids will grow up without the hatred that's been sent down generation to generation. It needs to go with you. Needs to go with you.
Up next, Amy and Rochelle connect to their grandfather.
Your mom is sad? Yeah? You didn't make her like that. Okay, you didn't make her like that. She just needs a hug, and she has to have hope again. She needs to have hope.
In the second part of this reading, Amy and Rochelle connect to their grandfather.
You've got about 8 people here.
Whoa.
So all of them feel very old. It's definitely the first person I'm connected to feels like a father energy or connected to a father. So this would be your mother's father.
Oh,
Yeah, that would.
Does that make more
sense?
Yeah.
Grandpa White.
And a lot of, yeah, like it, this or that. And piped, I'm smelling pipe, a pipe.
Oh, great grandfather.
Like heavy pipe smell. I like it. I like the smell of pipe tobacco. Also quite, this is the way it is kind of thing, yeah. So it's related to whatever person that is, but that's who I'm connecting to. Your mom is sad? Yeah? Your mom, I feel they want to hug your mom. They want you to go hug your mom. She's like sad and unhappy and you didn't make her like that. Okay, you didn't make her like that. She just needs a hug, and she has to have hope again. She needs to have hope. And my advice is get her a dog. No, I know, forget it, right? Oh, well, that's my advice for everybody. Get a dog, it'll make you feel better. My point, or hug a pillow or something. She needs to unbrittle herself. You know, we need to pull the porcupine quills out so you can hug her.
She had a brain tumor and has gotten really angry.
Oh, you know what? I wouldn't find. Remember, I said I can't see brain tumors. When my mom had a brain tumor, she got very ragey too. So I understand. I understand the porcupine quills. We want to pull them out of her because she can't help herself. I can't connect 100% because it's too close to my mom, and it's so. But I definitely feel that the male energy that the black and white guy is saying she needs help. She's not going to die from that though. I feel like she's going to come through and be herself again. So, yeah. But you want a different self. It would be good. She won't watch the show. Okay. We're going to make sure. I know you are. Don't worry about it. She's like, oh my God, my mom's going to watch the show. Don't worry. Don't worry. We won't show her this. Okay. We just steer her away from the show. They could keep me here all day. Just remember, wear something green, even a shamrock on your wedding, because that's what they say now for you. And even let a leprechaun's luck come to you, because that's something that you can embrace now.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
How am I feeling after the reading today? I was very surprised to have made a connection, but it feels wonderful, especially because I was here with my sister. So it was as much about our family and our shared experience as it was about me and my wedding and mine. So it's perfect timing because I needed a bit of a boost of confidence and not to be afraid, and that's exactly the message I got.
It's funny, I was shaking, my heart was beating like crazy when it was happening, but I feel, it's strange, I feel loved. I don't know if that's a normal feeling for people to have, but I feel connection and grounded, and you can do this, which is lovely.
Still ahead, Anne's husband comes through with a message of love.
I have a picture. He's holding my hand the day before he died.
You got to remember that, and don't look at it with loss. Just remember that it means love.
In this reading, Anne connects to her husband.
I've got a barber, owned a barber shop with one of those things that goes round and round and round. Who am I picking up? The person has a bit of an accent, and he is not living anymore. He had a barber shop, and he's from another country. So I'm connecting to you. Okay, so because you're the only person in this room that would fit with this. Is this outside of London, England? Yes, okay, so this is your family then I'm connecting to. Your husband has passed? Okay.
Yes.
He's showing me fish. Like he fished all the time? Or
No.
What was the fish?
We have a pond.
You have a pond, okay, so he wasn't nice at the fish pond, around the fish. So something happened with your pond, or when you understand what I don't know what I'm talking about. So he knows and you know, and he wants to know that it's for sure him. Right. You have 4 kids?
I had 3 kids, and I lost one, so I guess that's 4.
There's 4 of you. So your husband, you, and 3 kids. He died 3 years ago?
No.
What was the 3? 3.
June the 3rd, he died June
The 3rd. He died on the 3rd? Okay. He said, he goes against something about 3 years, that you looked after him for 3 years, that there was for 3 years he was sick, for 3 years he knew, for 3 years. It shows a secret about his passing.
Josh 3.
Does that make sense?
Grandson was 3. The
My-
grandson was 3, Joshua.
Oh, your grandson was 3. I see. So it's the 3rd. So he died on the 3rd, and the grandson was 3. I see. Okay. So is this your daughter, or is this your
Daughter.
Another daughter? You take after him, because he loved to say you were just like me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could be.
Do you work in public relations, or
I used to.
you used to? Okay.
Sales. business sales.
Right,
business
but PR
development.
sales, like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, yeah.
I
'Cause-
work in a performing arts center, but just in the box office, so.
no, he wants you to do something else.
Me too.
Yeah, no.
Is anyone hiring?
Forget that job. Wrong job. That's another reason why he said you take after him, because you can't be confined. And it's interesting, the words are you can't be confined in a box. And right? And you're at the box office.
And I really like that job, but it's going
but
nowhere.
doing something in that venue, though, in that arena, like entertainment industry would be good for you.
Would be cool.
That's the right
You
industry.
hiring?
Yes, but that is the right industry for you. So working in behind the scenes, you're very good at, even production, going back to school part-time, doing something like that, but wanting you to go back where public relations, publicity, media, that kind of thing is the direction, but not what you did, but sort of what you are, but not.
No, got it.
You understand this, right?
Well, yeah, sort of asking where should I go. I've always been asking that. So
Yeah,
that
well,
might have
your
been
dad is he's very opinionated, so your father was very opinionated in life, right? Yeah, so that's his opinion. That's his
never
opinion.
opinionated to me, but that's
Well,
interesting.
to her he was.
Interesting, yeah.
She's like, oh, yeah, including what kind of fish went in the pond. Okay, he picked the fish and everything. Yeah, so yes, your transition is really important right now for you because you're wasting your energy, but that's where you're heading. He loves you so much. He never told you that enough. And even though, pretty much everybody says that to their living relatives, that's true. And when he held your hand, and that's when you knew that he always wanted to hold your hand.
I have a picture. He's holding my hand the day before he
Yes.
died.
In the hospice.
You got to remember that, and don't look at it with loss. Just remember that it means love. Okay. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, bless you.
I have different messages and stuff, the lights going off, and I know he's around me, and she confirmed that.
I communicate with loved ones who have passed in order to bring through their messages, because until we're willing to face our old stories, they'll continue to have power over us. Our loved ones want to make sure that we live our lives to the fullest. So until next time, I'm Colette Baron-Reid with Messages from Spirit.
She is she's so cute with all her comments, and it's a wonderful show.
We often think we want to connect with those closest to us, and how you can get such great readings and confirmation from those that you never really necessarily got along with.
I believe that spirits, it's there. Like, it's nice to contact other people. It's nice to hear from them, because you never really get that assurance that, oh, it's just over, because sometimes it's not when they're with you all the time.